back. I'm your host Himanshi Tiwari and we are joining you from the Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2025. Right now with me is Sriram, Joint Managing Director at Madras Engineering Industries. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
We are at this event. This is huge. A lot of industry leaders are here. A lot of networking, collaboration is happening. What are your expectations from this event?
So, we had historically participated in the Auto Expo every year for many, many years. And then through COVID, we'd kind of stepped back a little bit. And I was pleasantly surprised. I did attend the inauguration of the main show as well, where our Prime Minister spoke, right? It was extremely crowded, but he established, I think, the vision for what India can be, right, as we grow, and what the automotive industry does for India. And he said it in a very simple way: make in India, make for the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He introduced a Sanskrit word, pehle ki Atmanirbhar. Half the people didn't know what it meant.
Yeah.
Right? But at MEI, we're about a 60-year-old company. All the products we made are designed in India, made in India, and about half our business is actually outside of India.
Wow.
Right? So we export to all of the developed world. US is a large market for us. Europe is a large market for us. We supply OEMs across the world. And today in our core product, which is called a slack adjuster, which makes sure that the brakes in a heavy commercial vehicle are adjusted all the time automatically, we are today the largest manufacturer globally, having taken over from an MNC which held that position for 30 years.
All right.
Right? And the next generation is from drum brakes, you go to disc brakes. We have developed that as well. And we're now trying to develop the control systems, which is electronics and software, which today is controlled by two global firms. Both are German, and they control the world market.
Okay.
So I work with IIT Madras. We'll develop in India, we'll make in India, make for India first, and then make for the world.
All right. So make in India, make for India is a big theme for you in your
And
company.
make for the world.
And make for the world, of course. So of course, making in India and also exporting it
Yes.
to the other parts of the world is a big theme. But when it comes, like, firstly, I would want to know what are those 3 or 4 key takeaways for you from Prime Minister's speech, apart from Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat? Because obviously we've been talking about both of these things for so long now, right? What he said, what inspired you the most as a company?
So I'll maybe take this back a few years before that, right? I'll go all the way back to Mr. Narasimha Rao as our Prime Minister at one point of time. I was in college at that time, right? And as most of us who went to IIT, we left India, went to the US. And I spent my first 20 years in the US, right?
Okay.
But what we saw happening in India was very clearly a change post the liberalization,
Yeah.
right? You're probably not born then, right? But we've seen what was then before. Today you see that. And then when, it's not that I'm politically inclined one way or the other, right? But if you remember what Advani did with Golden Quadrilateral as just an image, saying we should connect all the roads in the country.
Yeah.
Today that has gone to the next step with Gadkari,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We will have 20,000 kilometers of expressways,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And if you look at any developed economy, unless you have the best road network, not just rail, you need road network, right?
Yeah.
That grows the business,
Yeah.
right? So if you believe in Viksit Bharat,
Viksit Bharat, yeah.
right, you cannot have Viksit Bharat without road network, without a strong auto industry, right?
Yeah.
And so what PM Modi's message was he said, listen, we are still a small market globally.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are the 5th largest economy today,
Yeah.
but we're nowhere near that in terms of truck production. We are there for two-wheeler and tractor, but what about cars and trucks,
Yeah.
right? How do we get that to the next level? How do we get this away from fossil fuel? How about we leapfrog,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you might have followed, he's the best marketing guy I've ever met in this world. Let me put that, right? Modi ji understands marketing completely. He's now got a 7C framework, right? Research what his 7 C's are for the auto industry. Then you'll understand. So, and what he has done is he said, listen, India has engineers, India has entrepreneurs, right? India has today geopolitically an acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why don't we make in India, make for the world?
Yeah.
Looking at us directly in the face and say, you guys need to do it.
Yeah.
For me, this was nothing new because we've been doing it already.
Yeah.
But for
Yeah.
many people within the automotive industry, it had historically been who's my collaborator, who's my technology partner,
Yeah.
right? Which MNC am I partnering with,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was Maruti Suzuki,
Yeah.
not Maruti
Yeah.
India, right?
Yeah.
What he wants to change is how can it be Maruti India selling to Suzuki, if
Yeah.
I were to
Yeah.
paraphrase,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's what I think is the message that I took away, saying we have to be proud as Indians,
Yeah.
right? It is our world in the next 50 years.
Yeah.
Let's get India back to being the leading economy in the world.
All right, let's get India back to the leading economy in the world. We actually covered, all these 3 to 4 viral terms that the whole political landscape and the corporates are using: Viksit Bharat, Atmanirbhar Bharat, and Make in India, Make for India, and Make for the other parts of the world as well. Well, thank you so much, sir, for being a part of this discussion. This was really insightful for us.
Thank you.
And for someone who wasn't born that era. So thank you so much. And to our viewers, stay tuned for many more such videos only at Bharat Mobility Global Expo 2025.